Hello and welcome to Lstv episode 6. I'm going to cut straight into the chase. I'm going to talk about Specsavers today because, well, you don't know on video because I never told you, but I've got a new job, and I started that today. So, you know, much as at the start of Lstv I started talking about my job at TK Maxx, now I'm going to be talking about my job at Specsavers. And today wasn't all that bad actually. I mean, I'm still in Grantham, it's full time, so obviously it's more hours, which means it's better money, more job opportunities, you know, rather than you saying I want to progress and manage saying no. Now it's actually I want to progress and they're like, yeah, okay, you know, they really actively encourage it, which I suppose is encouraging. But yeah, you know, today I just basically stood around looking pretty, which is actually quite difficult to do for me, but you know, I think I filled it off rather well because everyone seemed happy. So in fact, one of the girls there actually asked what Mina would have thought of me working around girls, and I was just like, that's a bit of a strange question to ask. It's like, well, isn't TK Maxx like predominantly female? And you know, she didn't have a problem with working there, apart from the fact that Tash was an absolute arsehole. Anyway, I'm going to Nottingham for 2 days, tomorrow and Wednesday, to do induction training, which is bound to be heaps of fun. I don't actually know if I get paid for it. I do hope so. I know I get paid the money back that I pay to go there, but, you know, hopefully I actually get paid some more as well. Other than that, it's not been a bad day really. Obviously, you know, everyone seems a lot more friendly than what they do at TK Maxx, so it's something I'm actually quite looking forward to. So we shall see. We'll see what's going on. I was actually going to talk a lot about it, but because I've not really done a lot today, I can't talk a lot about it, I'm afraid. So I'm just going to babble now. Mina's been away to Egypt for about a week now, and I miss her horribly, as I'm sure you can imagine. I don't know how I've managed to actually cope a week without being all teary-eyed and stuff, because, you know, I kind of got that way at the end of the last video that I did, which isn't exactly anything to be proud of. I suppose it shows how much I care about her, which, you know, I do. I care about her loads, and like I said, I've missed her a lot this past week. But, you know, I think we're on the final stretch. There's like 7 days to go until she comes back, so, and then there's about 3 days after that until I actually see her again. So hopefully when I do get to see her again, I'll give her a nice big cuddle. I've got her another birthday present which she doesn't know about. I was going to write it down in my blog as a surprise, but it's staying a surprise. I'm not going to tell her. Hopefully she'll find it funny, because, you know, she got me a funny Christmas present, so I'm going to get her a funny birthday present. This is probably the first time in ages you've actually seen me smile, and I've genuinely meant it. So, you know, you might see me smiling a lot more. You might actually see me having a bit of fun, which is a surprise in and of itself. I've just been listening to this, like, before making this blog and finding directions to where I need to be in Nottingham, so I'll just show you this. You can't see it yet. There you are. Look. Feeder! It's actually quite brilliant. It's fantastically good. It's better than Pushing the Senses, and it's better than, well, I think it's better than Comfort and Sound, actually. Their heaviest album in years, and much wanted, because, you know, I was getting sick and tired of the soppy little ballads, and, you know, I was actually getting quite pissed off that Pushing the Senses was like 35 minutes long, and it may as well have just been one long piano crap ballad. So it's sorry, I've got an itch. It's good to hear something that's a bit more punch and get up and go. Speaking of get up and go, if you've been reading my blogs the past week, and if you haven't, you really should, because I've been updating daily. The closing theme for today is the only track I've produced from my side project to a side project, Overdose. It's called A Somber Introduction, and well, it's not quite the somber, the bit that I've picked, but at the beginning there's a cello, and it's, I don't know, the idea of Overdose basically is meant to be kind of hard hitting. You know, it's more rock than what Living Sedative is. And then also there's going to be a side project to a side project to a side project, which is me, and that's going to be the closing theme of the next blog, because I feel that it's the best way for me to kind of show you what I'm listening to, or what I'm working on rather than what I'm listening to. So that's going to be that one. So at the moment, you know, this week is going to be a somber introduction by Overdose, and next week it's going to be probably I Hope You Listen to This Song Every Day, which is going to be absolute hell to try and put on the closing credits bit on my credits next week, next blog, sorry, but I'll give it a go. And that's by me, so that's not going to have Living Sedative or Overdose attached to it. That's going to be a pure straight up Gavin Story release, and it's going to have singing on it, only not the credits theme one. I was going to do that last. It should hopefully be done before Mina comes back, and obviously, you know, that means that by the next video it should be done, but I'm not going to subject you to some horrendous singing on a closing theme, because, you know, I want you to watch the video until the end, and I don't want you to just go, oh no, that's rubbish, stop. So there you go. So yes, I'm in a new job, and I look spiffing. It's a shirt and tie job, which, you know, I was actually contemplating doing the blog in today to make myself look really smart, but I decided against it. So instead I'm doing it at 9:10 while the sun's setting, which is why one half of me is really bright and the other half is really dark. You could kind of say that this is like my midway point, where this over here is TK Maxx and this is Specsavers, so it's like, oh, bright new future ahead. But no. It's just the sun setting. Anyway, I've only got 10 minutes because last fortnight, I actually looked into directors' accounts, and apparently I can make myself a director, but I still get 10 minutes to make blogs, which isn't all that helpful, because I can't babble, and I like babbling. It's just... Okay, I'm going to put either feeder or a film back on, because I've got loads of films to watch, so I'm going to watch some films. And I'm going to blog on Mindsay later on tonight, so, you know, once you've watched this, go on to Mindsay, and I'm going to try and put a little scrolly bar up, so if there's no scrolly bar, I couldn't do it. Okay, right, for a fortnight's time, just before I go, I might actually be late on episode 7, because the 30th is Mina's birthday, so I'll either do it on the 1st of July or the 29th of June. But I'll let you know either way. So that's all for this week, and I'll see you soon. So here's Overdose and ta-ta.